Hi, it's Mary, the Badass Happy Life Coach from the Supercharge Club, and today I want to talk to you about mindfulness. So what is mindfulness? Mindfulness is a really simple practice, but it is a practice, so you do need to practice it. And the way I explain mindfulness is pausing. That's all it is. It's just practicing the ability to pause. And mindfulness can be practiced in so many different ways. It can be meditating, it can be mindful eating, mindful walking, mindful anything really. There's some great courses out there that are usually about 8 weeks, and it's a couple of hours each week. I did one last year which was amazing. I learned a lot, and got to practice meditation and all kinds of different mindfulness techniques, and delve a bit deeper into it. But the simple practice is pausing, is just stopping and checking in with ourselves. It's just noticing stuff, and it is the easiest way to get out of your own way with stuff. You know, that feeling of overwhelm, that really frustration, that we just can't seem to get out of the funk, you know? And it's just pausing, just stopping and practicing that pausing, because it's not easy. It's really not easy when we're in that spiral of negative thinking. It's really hard to get out of, and mindfulness is one way that you can practice doing that, and it is just pausing. One of the things that I use is a great app called Buddhify. There's lots of mindfulness apps out there. There's Headspace, which is a great one that you might have heard of. There's one called Calm, which is lovely, and there's a book to go along with that, which is a great kind of self workbook, if you like, which is a lovely thing to do. But if you haven't got much time and you don't want to read a book or do anything like that, the Buddhify app is a great place to start. It's about £3 from the App Store, and it is literally I think it's about 50 or 60 guided meditations, and there's something for everyone. So every night, that's what I do. I just pick one of the guided meditations, usually for going to sleep. They have different sections. So they have different sections for depending on what you're doing during that day. By the way, I've got no affiliation with the Buddhify app. I just think it's a really great thing and a really easy to understand thing. It's a non-woo-woo guided meditation. The voices aren't too annoying, which is good, because if anybody's tried any guided meditations, the voice is super important. And and it's £3, so it's definitely worth a go. And it's really good, and it's just that, you know, when it's guided, so that just means it's someone talking to you and telling you to breathe, which is actually super helpful, actually, because you really notice where your breathing is, and we forget to breathe so much, and it sounds really silly, but you know, take a breath right now, take a really big breath, and just notice how your breathing was before that. And that's all it could be. So mindfulness is just taking a pause. So it might be taking a deep breath, that's mindful. It might be looking up to the sky and just looking at the clouds or the blue sky or the rain, just pausing. Just find your way, find what works for you, and this is what it's all about. So if you hear of something that's beneficial to you, find your way of doing it, and that's the badass and stuff. So not everything is going to work for everybody, but you'll find your way. And in doing so, you'll be able to, when those negative feelings and those negative emotions become overwhelming, you will have ways of pulling yourself up, of getting out of your own way with stuff. And that surely is a great tool to have in life. So that's about mindfulness, the badass version, if you like, which is just simply pausing. So I'll put the details below of the courses that I've mentioned and the app, and a few books as well that you might find helpful. But this is for everybody, and you just need to find your spot, find your pause and practice. See you soon.